Right, first up is Water Distributor. This is by D3RIO, 0.45 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in the construction menu and under productions, which is a little bit different. So we'll scroll along to find it. There you are, £5 to place down. Now, obviously, this is going to take in water and distribute water, but which is A. So obviously, you load in the front there and you take out there. You can use it as a normal water tank. The thing with this is you click in there. So you got 10,000 water in, 10,000 water out. That's great. The whole idea behind this, if you come across here to outgoing products, we've currently got it storing. So if you want to use it as a normal water tank, that's fine. If you then put it onto distributing and you've got greenhouses, that's going to send the water straight to the greenhouses. So you've only got to load into one thing. So if you can imagine you've got like a row of greenhouses just at the back there, you'd have to go and load into each one. No, not with this. Load it in here, hit distribute on the old exit option for your water, and it will send it straight to all those three. Oh, that's all right. That's very nice. Right, next up is Field Work Fill Station. This is by GMNG Joy, 2.19 megabyte on the download. You're going to find these two in the construction menu and under buildings and containers. So we've got these two here. They're 15 grand each. So they're going to be silos where you can get seeds, fertilizer, lime, liquid fertilizer, herbicide and silage additive. Now, this is where it gets a little bit interesting. So the Fieldwork Field Station itself, you can buy the stuff in at a 25% discount for buying bulk, or we go over to the next one. Free Fieldwork Field Station. That's a hard name to say, that is. And obviously you can guess by the name, you're not going to pay a penny for anything. So that is ace. Oh, I do like that. Obviously you pull your trailer up underneath the spout, get the fill option, and then hit the L stick in for Xbox if you're like me, and fill your vehicle up. Oh, that is ace. Obviously you go for the 25% discount one if you want to, or if you're being really cheeky and want to get it all for free, go for this one. Oh, that is ace. Right, next up is Meridian Liquid Silo. This is by Marcus LS Modding Team, 0.22 megabyte on the download. You're going to find these two in the construction menu, and the first one is going to be on the containers. So this is going to cost you 46.5 grand to buy. It's going to hold 600,000 litres. And then the second one is going to be on the silo extensions. So 40 grand to buy. Obviously this is going to hold 500,000 litres. Obviously you're not going to be able to load in and out with this one unless you've got the first one as well. Which is very nice. So this is going to hold all your liquid shenanigans. So your water, your milk, your herbicides, liquid fertiliser, all that sort of stuff. So obviously you load in and load out the front. Even though it's got a load out icon, you do load in at the same point. Yeah, very nice. Right, next up is Old Small Weighing Station. This is by KO3Y, 7.43 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in the construction menu and under buildings and tools. So it's 10.5 grand to place down. Obviously, it's going to be for weighing your vehicle. So if you're keeping an eye on the weight of your trailer, you don't want to be overloading it and driving down the road overloaded. This could come in nicely. Nicely designed. Got the old digital output there. Little cabin as well. Can we go in there? Oh, we can. Go in there like that. A little patio with a laptop on the go. Oh, I like that. What's that got a map of? Oh, that's very nice. Yeah, I like that. Adds to a little bit of role playing. Very nice. Right, next up is Extended Oil Plant. This is by Jump Fruit, 4.47 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in the construction menu and under productions and factories, as you can well imagine. So we'll scroll along to find it. There we are. So this is going to cost you 80 grand to place down. This is going to take sunflower, canola, olives and corn, which is ace. You're going to be able to make corn oil, or as they call it in here, maize oil. So standard building, fair enough. A little different to be fair, because you've got the loading in point, which is on the side there. We'll come around here, you've got the pallet spawn point. Now this has been changed slightly because you can now have 16 pallets, which is all right. And we'll come down the side here, you've got your production chain menu, so we'll click on that. There we are. So we've got sunflower oil, 2 going in and then 1 coming out. Canola oil, 2 and 1 out. Olives, 2 and 1 out. And corn, 2 and 1 out, which is ace. But the thing that we need to note there is the actual cycles per month. 17,040. I know it says on the website the production speed of the oil plant has been significantly increased, but that is brilliant. 17,000 cycles a month. Getting you all on the go. Oh, I like that. That is very nice. Right, next up is the Wooden Dog House by Happy Mole. 0.73 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in the construction menu and under animals and others. There we are. So, ground to place down. Obviously, it's a slightly different design to the standard one. Somewhere for your dog to have a bit of a kip. Obviously, you've got the usual shenanigans on the go. So you've got to fill the bowl, pick up the ball. Now, where has the dog gone? He's done a runner. Oh, let's took himself for a walk. But alright, fair enough. There you are, different doghouse. Very nice. And next up is Double Rod Mat Fence Pack. This is by Agri Modding OST. 2.69 megabyte on the download. You're going to find them in the construction menu and under decorations and fences. So we'll scroll all the way along to the end. Right, there we are. So the first bit we've got is the actual fence itself. That's going to cost you 100 per section. So that's those 2 bits there on the end. Then we've got the gate. So this is the electric gate, which is ace. That's going to cost you 7.5 grand to buy. We then got a double opening gate there. It's going to cost you 800. And we've got a single opening gate there. It's going to cost you 500. Fair enough. Now this gate's ace because you come up to it, click B to open. Okay. That's ace. You even got a beacon on the top. Oh, I like that. That is very nice. And we'll come down. We've got the double opening gate like that, which is now being covered by the other gate, but alright, fair enough. We've got this single opening gate that does that, which is also going to be covered by the other gate. Dear, oh dear, let's close that up. Oh, I like that with a beacon. That's ace. I mean, have one of those at the front of your farm. Oh, that is very nice. Right, next up is security houses. This is by Mech Mods, 1.29 megabyte on the download. You're going to find these in the construction menu and under decorations and others. So we've got these here, 225 each. Now, they're basically the same, but one is a mirror of the other one. So what you're going to do with these is just place them at the edge of your property. They're going to act like a little guardhouse. Now, we can't go inside, but what it does say is that the lights on the interior will come on, the lights on the exterior will come on automatically, and depending on the time of the day, the interior changes. Oh, that's alright. Obviously, we've got the other one, which is just a mirrored version. Yeah, if you're going down the roleplay, I mean, you could have that gate at the edge of your property, little gatehouse, little guardhouse, hut, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I mean, those 2 things together, that'll fit in nicely to a roleplay. And next up is High Rack Warehouse. This is by HR Forsten Wagenbau, 8.06 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in the construction menu and under buildings and sheds. 100 grand to place down. Now you do have the option to change the colour, so once you've got it there ready, you can do right on the D-pad, go through the different colours. Now according to the website there's 23, so obviously you go for one that's going to match up the rest of your farm, which is very nice. So we'll come out of that, we'll go inside, open up that door like that. Now the website says it will hold up to 1,000 pallets. Now obviously, I'm on console. That could be a bit of an issue because we can only have 75 pallets. And that amount of pallets all in the same place. Yeah, that's going to be quite laggy, to be fair. But I do like the premise behind it, though. I mean, you store your pallets in the racking. Oh, that's alright. Then we'll come over here. Got a couple of light switches. So we've got the outdoor light there. It's not really come on. Alright, let's try that again. Go up to it there. Oh, pressing the wrong button. Right, turn outdoor lights on. There you are. It's pressing B instead of left stick in. Right, so that's the outdoor lights. We'll come back in. Go to the other one. Turn on shed lights. There you are. That's better. I mean, don't get me wrong. 1,000 probably too many. I mean, like, even on the newer consoles, they've only got a 150 pallet limit. I suppose if you've got a high-end PC, this would be alright. You need something really tall to lift them up, but yeah, I do like that. That's very nice. Right, next up is Hall. This is by Alice Design, 3.53 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in the construction menu and under buildings and sheds. So there it is, 60 grand to place down. Obviously, it's going to be a shed stroke garage stroke hall, whichever one you want to call it. So we'll come up here, we'll open up that gate like that. And we'll come inside. Nicely nice detail. Yeah, I like that. I mean, you've got new style wood on the go, so you can open up that door. Light switch over here, left stick in. Yeah, I mean, you've got the concrete bottom, so you could in theory use it as like a root crop storage area. Yeah, I like that. Very nice. Alright, next up is Sheep Small Barn. This is by Macca, 6.97 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in the construction menu and under animals and sheep, as you can well imagine. So we've got this one here. It's going to hold 30 sheep. It's going to cost you 5 grand, which is not that bad at all. We'll come out there. So you've got your pallet spawn point there for your wall. Got your animal dialogue box there. We haven't. There we are. Oh, it's a bit further away. There you are. 30 sheep. Already got it in. So if we come up a bit closer, you can open up the door like that. Go in. See your sheeps. Hello, sheeps. You alright? Right, carry on. We'll shut that door. Don't want them escaping. Food goes into there. Water goes into there because it is a sheep pasture. And they're just chilling, eating the grass. Ah, very nice. Right, next up is Wooden Pasture Pack. This is by Happy Mole, 7.23 megabyte on the download. You're going to find these 4 in the construction menu and under animals. So the first one we got there is the horses one. So there it is, 6.5 grand. It's going to hold 2 horses. We then got the second one, which is under pigs. 6.5 grand again, going to hold 30 pigs. The third one is going to be under cows. So we'll go into there and we'll scroll along. 6.5 grand again, going to hold 15 cows. And then the last one is going to be under sheep. So we'll get in there. 6.5 grand again, going to hold 18 sheep. Now the animal dialogue box for the horses is inside. So what you're going to need to do with that is open up that gate. Obviously, go up to it if you want to, or back a trailer. And also the feed box is right there by that bar. Oh, I like that. It's getting the water off the roof and going straight into there. That's nice. And we'll come up to the pigs. So again, open up that gate, back your trailer in if you want to go down that road. And then you've got your water going in that one and your food going in that one. Now, obviously, because this is a pig pasture, there's no slurry coming off. So it's just going to be for the fattening up of the animals. And we'll come over to the cow barn, although this is going to be a pasture as well. Animal dialogue box there. Then we'll come down the side. You've got your water going in there. You've got your food going in that one. And then you've got your milk taken out point by the milk churns. And then for the sheep pasture, animal dialogue box on the outside of this one. Although you can open the gates if you want to. And then you've got your food going in there. More food going in there, mind you. That's strange actually, because that's a sheep pasture. One of those should be water. Alright, fair enough. Then you've got your wall pallet spawn point there. I do like the building. There's nice woodwork on it. If you don't want to go full ball into massive animal husbandry, these will do you nicely. Yeah, very nice. Right, next up is Mobile Wood Storage. This is by HR Forster and Bell, 1.27 megabyte on the download. You're going to find them in forestry equipment. So these are going to be little forks that are going to keep your logs in place. 2.5 grand each. The options you got there are design standard, concrete, so that's the bottom part. So you can have it as, change the colour, or you can have it just as a concrete pad. Then we come down to the main colour. You have whichever one you want, like that. Changes the upright parts. Then design colour will change the actual bottom part, the weight of it. If you've got the changeable colour one, if you've gone for the concrete one, it will just be concrete. Now, there is something to take note of with this. It says there on the weight, 3 ton. You can't pick these up. I've got them placed here. What I actually used was a massive tractor with some pallet forks on it. Just got the pallet forks hooked under that crossbar, obviously on the back of a low loader, and brought them over. That's the way you're going to need to do it, because you can't lift them. Come over here, it doesn't even give the option of lifting them. So Once you get your whole setup done, just place him down. Maybe like have another set up here, set of 4. Drop your logs in, keeps them all neat and tidy. Yeah, very nice. Right, next up is the Mark II conveyor pack. This is by, this is a great name, Godosaurus Rex. That's ace, name of that modder. 28 kilobyte on the download, and you're going to find these on the Belt Systems. Now, obviously, you're looking at these, you think, yeah, we've got these in the game already, but there is a big but, and these are ace. We'll go into this one, the first one, the S710 Mark II. You'll see there, 9 mile an hour. These Belt Systems normally only drive at 3. That's all right. 12 grand to buy. The option you got there changed in main color, which is going to be the same option on all of them, just changed in main color. But that's like, what, 3 times the speed? Oh, that's all right. Then we go into the TC816 Mark II. Again, 9 mile an hour moving around speed, 32 grand. Change the color if you want to. And then the SL8022 Quantum Mark II. Again, 9 mile an hour, 58 grand. Change the main color if you want to. Now, there is one other thing with these, which I think is ace. You don't need to have them running for it to work. You know, you go into a Belt system and you've got to turn the engine on, and then it will only run if the engine's switched on. You don't need to with these, which is great. You just hook them up and then go do whatever. You haven't got to worry about turning them on for them to carry on loading. That is brilliant. Right, next up is the Young Heimlich ETV 216i. This is by HR Forst & Fausenbau, 2.11 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it on the forklift trucks. And you might say, we've already got this in the game. And you'd be right, because it's right next door. It even costs the same. The difference between the two, it's got a couple of options on it. So it's going to cost you 39.5 grand to buy. It's got a 33 horsepower engine, 22 kilowatt hour on the old battery, 8 mile an hour top speed. Got the options there. Warning system, none. Beacon light, blue spot. Oh, I love it with the blue spot there, ace. Red spot or none. I'd go with the blue spot, mind you, because that's brilliant. Then you got the work lights, no or yes, but they're on the front. Oh yeah, on the top of the roof there. Couldn't see them, dear oh dear. And you can change the main colour as well. Changes those plastic side bits. Oh, I do like that. That is very nice. Right, next up is Hay Wagon with Seats. This is by Dominic, 3.95 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under miscellaneous. Now, this is brilliant. If you've ever been around a farm or a parade or a festival, you know, something like that, you'd see people sitting on one of these being towed around by somebody. This is ace. 5 grand. Now, what you're going to do with this, if you've got 7 of your mates, that's how many this will hold, and they've all got the Kubota DLC pack, you can tow your mates around, which is ace. And it also says on the website, for those that don't own the Kubota DLC, you can use the seats from the mod Lizard Simulator 22 Monster Truck. You know, the blue seats that you can get extra of that, put those in here, then anyone can use it. Oh, that is ace. I do like that. We'll come to the options. You've got narrow tyres, standard, rear twin, tracks. Look at the state of that. Oh, that is brilliant. Now, tracks all the way. Definitely tracks on that. That looks ace. Towing your mates around on a tracked trailer. Oh, that's awesome. Then we've got the main colour. Oh, Brian. We got some copper, Brian. Brilliant. Copper and tracks. Oh, that is ace. We'll go for the deck. Yeah, we're doing it. We're going all the way copper. Deck. Seats. Of course. Of course. And then rim colour. Yes. Well, it hasn't really done the rims. Although, to be fair, it's got tracks on. Oh, there you are. If you have the narrow top, you have anything other than tracks, the rim colour does the rims. But to be fair, it's got to be tracks, though, hasn't it? Copper trailer towing your mates around with tracks. Oh, that is ace. Well, next up is the Lizard THBG3. This is by David Martinez AM Modding, 11.46 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it on the trailers. So it's got a 27,000 litre capacity, 26.5 grand to buy. The only options you got there are design, no, box. All right, where's the box? I had it earlier on. Oh, they are. It's on the side there. Water tank and box, or nothing. So you've got the lizard signs on the side and the front. You've got the swivel axle on the front as well, which is, if I had that, I'd probably reverse it into something within about 2 seconds of going into reverse. But that's just me, because I'm terrible at reversing in general. I think I've decided that. I'm just going to go forwards at all times. But that being said, that is a nice trailer. Right, next up is the Lizard Hopper Trailer Pack. This is by Nassif AJ3D, 10.64 megabyte on the download. You're going to find these two under trailers. Now, the difference between the two is obviously one is a middle part, then you hook the other one up to the back there. So you can have a bit of a train on the go, which is 8. So the first one we got here is the middle part, the 37,600 litre capacity, 68 grand to buy. The options are going to be the same on both of them. So we'll go for design standard, side guards or standard, spare wheel, no or yes. Puts that on the front. And you got main colour. You go for whichever one you want. Chassis colour, again, you go for whichever one you want. No, I've gone on the wrong one. Chassis colour, there you are. Gone straight for the cover. Changes the chassis. Obviously, cover changes the cover. We'll put that as pink and yellow. Now, we'll go with, there you are. That's better, purple. Then you got design colour. I will go for purple as well, because a bit of a difference. Changes the end parts. And then rim colour. Chrome. All the way. Oh, that taste. So we'll come out of that and we'll go into the back part. This has got a 37,500 litre capacity, so only 100 litre less, 68 grand. Obviously, this is going to hook up to the back of the previous one. Same options as before. Now, if you add the power from your truck, trailer, lorry, whatever you want to call it, you could hook up a couple of these together and then have the back one on at the end. I mean, really, the sky's the limit for the amount you could attach. You could have a massive road train on the go. Oh, that is ace. Right, next up is Tanker Trailer IMT525. This is by IBM Modding Team, 9.89 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under miscellaneous. So it's got a 40,000 litre capacity. It's got a 52 grand price tag with a grand extra. Now, there we are. So we'll change that now. Hold on, what's going on? We need to get rid of that. So standard's got 2 axles, which is a grand extra. So it's 53 grand then. Why put it as 52? All right, we'll carry on. So we've got the options there. Warnings, nothing, no toxic, flammable liquid, dangerous substances, flammable solids, spontaneously combustible, dangerous when wet, or nothing. Because you've got all these different signs on, and it says on the website, you can carry any liquid. Well, it says the possibility to transport any liquid. So if we come out of that there, and yeah, you've got water, milk, maple syrup, if you've got that mod installed, diesel, DEF, herbicide, liquid fertilizer, digestate, and slurry. So that's all the liquid stuff that I could possibly do at the minute with the stuff that I've got installed. So that's ace. And we'll come down to side boxes. So you've got left and right side boxes, left side box only, right side box only, nothing, or both. Then we've got front mudguard, only mudguard and mud flap, nothing, or only mudguard. So it puts that at the front. It's like where you would attach your truck to. Then you've got ladders. So you've got back ladder, left ladder, right ladder, left and right, all, back and left, back and right, or nothing. Then we've got pipes. So you've got front pipes. So we'll spin it around like that. Side pipes. You've got front pipes there are underneath. Side pipes. I'll put some on the side there. Back pipe. Looks like a little spout just by that ladder. All right. Front and side pipes. Back and side pipes. Nothing. Or back to front pipes. Then you've got reflective. Nothing. Or reflective. Those bits down the side. Then you've got back mud flaps. Back mud flap 2. Nothing. Or back to the original ones. You've got capacity. 40,000 litres. 100,000 litres. That's all right. Or back to 30. Oh, obviously 100,000 litres. Definitely. Then we've got wheel setup. 2 axle. 2 axle continental. 2 separate axles. 2 separate axles continental, 3 axles, 3 axles continental, or back to 2 axles. We come down to main colour. It's already chrome. Why would you change it off of chrome? Because that looks ace. You can have stainless steel if you want to, but nah, chrome for the win, definitely. Then you got design colour. Again, chrome or stainless steel. So put stainless steel on, does like the mud flaps and the toolbox on the side. And that's your options. I mean, 100,000 litres and a chrome trailer. Oh, every day of the week. Very nice. Right, next up is the Lizard SA2074. This is by Australian Slycliffe. 3.01 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under Potato Technology. This is a potato planter. So it's got a 240 litre capacity on the old grain tank. 15 horsepower. That's really low. But then again, 2 metre. Oh dear, oh dear. I mean, potatoes are hard enough work as it is without a 2 metre plant. Dear, oh dear. 3 mile an hour working speed's only going to cost you $1,100 to buy. The options you got there are configurations. You've got grey, white, red, or grey. And then capacity, go from 240, 300, 370, or back to 240. 2 metre though. Alright, we'll carry on. And next up, we got the Cressoni Compact 10. This is by SMI Modding Team, 13.3 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under corn headers. So it's got a 7.8 meter working width, 6 mile an hour working speed, 80 grand to buy. The options you got there are attacher types. You've got New Holland, John Deere, Class, Case, Fendt, and back to New Holland. And to be fair, I've just bought the New Holland one and I've got it on the front of a Class, so I'm not sure how much of a difference that makes, to be fair, but all right, we'll carry on. The other option you got there is main colour. You go for whichever one you want. Obviously match it up to your, I suppose I should have gone for the Class colour, to be fair, but there we are. Now this is ace because it's a foldable header. Oh, that is ace. Obviously make sure you got your icon on the right one, so we're on the header there, so do LB and A, unfold it. This is ace. Let's just watch the animation on this. It's brilliant. That is ace. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is slow. It's like when the kids are trying to nick some of your sweets when you're eating them, but that is ace. Oh, I do like that. Very nice. Right, next up is the Lizard PCP 6000 Sugarcane Planter. This is by Senior Vertex and ZT Modding, 16.07 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find these under Sugarcane Technology. So you've got two versions here. You've got the normal and then you've got the automated. Obviously, they're both the same, apart from the automated needs a little bit less work, to be fair. So we'll go into the normal one. So we've got this here, 25,250 litre capacity on the grain tank, 160 horsepower requirement because this isn't self-propelled. You are going to need it to be pulled by some sort of tractor. Now it's got a 3.5 metre working width, and we'll come back to that in a minute. 7 mile an hour working speed, 52 grand to buy. The options you got there are additional fertiliser tank, no, 400 litre, 600 litre, or no. You've got the usual shenanigans with the wheel brands and the tyres. Didn't see any tracks, mind you, but alright. Then got lights, round headlights, square headlights, or round headlights. And you've got cabin seat arm supports, yes or no. That's just inside the cab there. Glass colour, standard, tinted glass, or standard. And then here's where it comes interesting. Work area, original 3 metre. Fair enough. Unrealistic width 6 metre. Very nice. And then unrealistic 8 metre. Oh, and then even better, 11 metre. Obviously 11 metre doing your sugarcane. I mean, to be fair, sugarcane with the small base game ones were like 2 meters or whatever. this brings it all back into play, because sugarcane planting is ridiculously time consuming, but doing it at 11 meters, yeah, all right, it's unrealistic, but it's a game, you know, just make it more better for yourself. Then we'll come down to the next one. So we've got rear lights, no, yes, or no. Then you've got main color. You go for whichever one you want. Ah, dear, oh dear. Then rim color. Oh, chrome. Yes, love a bit of chrome. Now, I've got one hooked up here. So it's all filled up with sugarcane and with fertilizer, solid fertilizer it takes. So once it's all down in the ground, yeah, sowing along nicely. Oh, look at that. That is so much better than the 2 meters. Oh, that is ace. Now, I've got the manual one here. So what you're going to need to do, once you start getting down your seed in the back, you're going to want to jump back into it. So tab across and then get back into the vehicle. And then, there you are, that's better. So we'll do RB and right stick up and down. Moves the seeds a bit further forward, like that. LB and right stick up and down. Moves the other side. And obviously, it's all pushed to the front, up to those drums that are then going to drop it into the ground. So we'll go back into the tractor, and away we go. Now, if you went for the automatic one, obviously you wouldn't need to do that. That's ace. 11 meter doing sugarcane. Oh, brilliant. And next up is the Case 821G. This is by Fredaza and BTFTP. 35.84 megabyte on a download. You're going to find the actual vehicle under wheel loaders, and then the rest of the equipment under front load wheel loader tools. So we'll go into the actual tool itself, the implement, the Case 821G. So it's got a 234 horsepower engine, 27 mile an hour top speed, 175 grand to buy. The options you got there are without beacon lights, beacon light 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and with that 20 different beacon lights. Really? All right, carry on. Then we've got company colours. You got the case, yellow and yellow hubs, yellow and blue hubs, yellow and green hubs. That's better. Get a better look there. Double yellow and yellow hubs, double yellow and orange hubs, blue and grey and blue hubs, blue, grey and white hubs, green and green hubs, green and yellow hubs, blue and red hubs, blue and yellow. What's going on with these options? There's loads. Big red. I mean, we're just keeping on going, and there's absolutely a ton of options on this. I mean, look at all the different colour options you can have. We'll go with case. I mean, let's face it, if you're going to go for a case one, you might as well have the case logos on. Anyway, we'll carry on. Then we've got mudguard beacon light. So without mudguard, small mudguard, full mudguard, or without mudguard. Then we come down to wheel setups. You've got the usual shenanigans on the go. We aren't going to go through all those, mind you. Then you've got main colour. You pick whichever one you want. Design colour. We'll go for that. Changes all the extra metal parts. That's ace. Rim colour. Yep. Dear, oh dear. Look at the state of that. Then we'll come out, and then we've got the Case 821G bucket, 3,600 litre capacity. Obviously going to do pretty much everything that's loose in the game. 3,600 to buy. Design, you've got blade, toothed or blade. You can change the main colour to anything you like, so match it up with your main vehicle. Then we come across to the pallet fork. Obviously it's a pallet fork, 2.5 grand to buy. Main colour is the only option to change on that one. Then we'll come across to the log fork, again for doing logs, so the only option you're going to have on that is to change the main colour. Then we'll come across to the high dump bucket, 3,500 to buy. Again, going to do pretty much everything that's loose in the game. 14 grand to buy this one. Again, change the main colour as you see fit. Oh, I like that. Case wheel loader. That is very nice. Right, next up is the Swather pack by BC Bueller, 19.74 megabyte on the download. You're going to find the Swather itself under vehicles and mowers, and then you've got the two headers, which is going to be under the mower section as well, and then you've got the Swather transport, which is going to be under header trailers. So if we go into the Swather itself, it's got 190 horsepower engine, 18 mph top speed, 100 grand. That looks ace. That looks like a praying mantis or a fly. Oh, I like that. Very nice. You then got brands. You can have Case, Challenger, Heston, Massey Ferguson, or Case. Usual shenanigans with the wheel brands and the tyres. Obviously, you go for whichever one you want. That looks ace. Oh, love it. Then we'll come out of that and we'll go into the Razor Bar 16 Twin Max Conditioner. That's a name, that is. 150 horsepower requirement, 4.9 meter working width, 15 mph working speed. 24.5 grand to buy. Then got the option of having it branded as Agco, Case, Massey Ferguson, Challenger, Heston, or back to Agco. Then we go into the 5200 30 foot. So it's going to require 140 horsepower, 9.2 meter working width, 9 mph working speed, 25 grand. Again, brands Agco, Case, Massey Ferguson, Challenger, Heston, or back to Agco. Then you've got decals, you've got standard, or yes, or standard. All right, where's the decal saying that? Oh, on the side. Fair enough. Then you've got the header transporters, so the ST36 Swather Transport, 2 grand to buy, no options, comes as it is. That being said, that looks brilliant. I mean, look at the state of it. Oh, very nice. Right, the last mod for the day is the Man Manure Tank. This is by Eduardo Severio, 14.27 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it on the Slurry Tankers. 640 horsepower engine, 49 mph top speed, 15,000 litre capacity. It's got a 10 meter working width, 9 mph working speed. It's going to cost you 100 grand. The options you got there are main colour. You go for whichever one you want. Changes the cab. Design colour. We'll go and match it up. Changes the tank on the back. And then rim colour, you can have chrome, silver, or black. We'll go with black. Why not? A bit of a different. Oh, I like that. I mean, 10 meter on the back of a truck. Oh, very nice. Right, we've also got three maps have come out today. The first one is Pirambarius map. This is by Carlos JC, Eclipse and Team IWMM, 224.48 megabyte on the download. And on the website is an update, but the update is it's come out on console. So we're going to take a look at that in a separate video. We've also got Bakuri Farm 2K22 by Lost Gamer, 172.15 megabyte on the download. We'll take a look at that in a separate video. And the third map is a recreation because it's Griffin, Indiana 22. AJ Farmer is the modder, 188.66 megabyte on the download. And if you played that on 19, you're probably going to be playing it again on 22. Very nice. And we've got some updates. So first off is Chocolate Music Factory by Alice MT Stefan. We've got Cowshed 42 by 22 by Pycelle. We've got MDMS1 by Michael LS. We've got Multi-Fruit Container Plus IT Runner Pack by Rowley Christie 1 VSR Modding Sir. We've got Lizard Harrows by Puzzcap. We've got the Mandaco 5 Plex Roller by Mandaco. We've got the Case IH 7150 Rice version by Holtz FS. We've got an update for the map Osada by Roger G Play, and there's no mention of a new save game, so that should be alright. The last update is Hillaby Creek by Gamer Designs. Now they do say it needs a new save game, so if you put a bit of time on that map, you may need to start again. And that's the mods done for you. Drop it in the comments below. Which one was your favourite? We'll see what people are looking at. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. It's muchly appreciated. But for me, that's it for today, and I'll see you in the next one.